I've been using Claude Code every single day for over 6 months. And in the first month alone, I burned through hundreds of dollars in tokens because I had no idea how the tool was actually consuming them from behind the scenes. So every file search, every broad question I gave it, every time that I just let it explore the entire code base, the tokens were stacking up. But once I started paying attention and making a handful of small changes to how I use Claude Code, my monthly spend dropped significantly, whilst the quality of the outputs stayed pretty much exactly the same. So for this video, I'm going to share with you the 10 specific adjustments that made that happen. So my name is Brendan. I run Inflate AI, an AI automation agency, and we use Claude Code across our entire development workflow and internally. So if you're using Claude Code and want to stop overspending on your token usage, this video is going to save you a lot of money. So number one, use the Claude MD files for your context. So every time you start a new conversation in Claude Code, the model itself actually has no memory of who you are, what your project does, or how your code base is structured. So most people solve this by typing out a long explanation at the start of every single session. Now, luckily, Claude Code has a built-in feature called the Claude MD, and this fixes this completely. So you create a markdown file called claude.md in the root of your project, and Claude automatically reads it at the start of every conversation. So the goal here is to write your project context in once, and it gets loaded for free as part of the system prompt. So instead of spending tokens explaining your project every single time, we're just putting all that information into this claude.md file. We're never having to think about it again. Now, I've used this to give it context about our business, about the folder structure, everything that it's capable of doing. And we've also got claude.md files across every single project in our agency. So some larger projects have even nested claude.md files inside those folders. So we've kind of got multiple different levels of context for it to access. Now, the key here is that this context gets loaded automatically without consuming your conversation tokens the way that the manual explanation would. Number two, use /compact regularly. So as your conversation with Claude Code gets longer, every new message includes the entire conversation history as context. So the further into a session that you go, the more tokens each message is going to cost. There's a built-in command called /compact that actually compresses your entire conversation into a short summary and then continues from that summary. So this means instead of sending the full transcript of everything you've discussed back and forth, Claude gets a condensed version that captures these key decisions and context without all the extra detail. For longer sessions where you're working on a new feature for an hour or more, running /compact partway through that can save a huge amount of tokens. So I personally always try to compact that conversation whenever I notice the context is getting very long, especially after a big block of code has been generated or something like that. And so the summary that it creates is surprisingly good at preserving the important context whilst cutting out everything that doesn't really matter anymore. And you may also notice when talking to Claude Code that if you do get a really large amount of context in your conversation, it should actually notify you of that as well and suggest to do this command. Number three, use /clear when switching between tasks. So this one is closely related to compacting, but serves quite a different purpose. So when you finish one task and move on to something completely unrelated in the same session, all of that context from the first task is still sitting in the conversation. So Claude is still carrying around the full history of a bug fix you might have done or a whole bunch of other stuff that you might not need anymore. And that old context is obviously costing you tokens and it's adding no value. So the /clear command just wipes the conversation entirely and starts fresh. So if you are switching between tasks in the same thread, you can just clear the conversation and start clean again. So you'll get a fresh context window. Your new messages will cost fewer tokens, obviously. And Claude should also perform much better because it's not trying to hold on to and submit a bunch of irrelevant information. Number four, be very specific with your file references. So one of the most common ways that I was wasting tokens in Claude Code was by asking quite vague questions and just letting it figure out where to actually look. So if you say something like, fix the bug in the authentication flow, Claude is going to search through your entire code base, all of the files, it's going to read them all and consume tokens on every single one of those processes to do that. Obviously, with that level of clarity, Claude goes directly to that file, reads the relevant section and just starts working on it. So we can just save all the tokens that it would have spent trying to find that file and figure out what you were talking about by just being a bit more clear, being a bit more specific. So whenever you know which file or which part of the code base your issue or your question should be around, just tell Claude exactly where to look, point it to that specific file path, the function name even, the more specific, the better. And it's definitely going to help out and save a lot of costs. Number 5, use Claude ignore to exclude irrelevant files. So your project probably has a node modules folder, if you've looked this deep, a build output directly, maybe some large data files or assets that Claude never really needs to touch. And so these would have been automatically created by Claude Code, so you might not even be familiar with these files at all. But by default, Claude Code will try to search through or reference these directories when it's looking for certain information. But every time that it reads a file that it didn't need to read, that is a wasted amount of tokens. This just needs to be created in your project folder and list out the directories and files that Claude should never have to look at. And really just any of the common files that Claude automatically generated for your app. And once this file is in place, Claude Code won't waste tokens reading or searching through these directories. This is a change that honestly takes about 30 seconds to do, but it's going to save you tokens on every single query that you give it. Number 6, try to write concise prompts. So the way that you write your prompts to Claude Code directly affects your token usage. So a prompt like, "Hey Claude, I was wondering if you could maybe take a look at the user authentication system and see if there might be any issues with how we're handling the session tokens, because I think that could be a problem, but I'm not totally sure." So obviously in this case, it's burning through tokens on words that add zero information. So if we compare that to say, check this specific file path for particular bugs, we've just shortened that entire sentence about what the problem is to direct it to a file where there should be the problem, and then it just goes directly there. So both prompts can ask for the same thing. The second one just uses a fraction of the tokens. Now, input tokens from your prompts are a smaller part of the total cost compared to output tokens and file reads, but this still is obviously a habit that compounds over time. So if you are sending dozens of messages per session, and each one has obviously a bunch of unnecessary words, that obviously is going to add up across a month. So just get to the point, state what you're looking for, where it is exactly, and what the output should look like as well. Number 7, use sub-agents for large tasks. When you ask Claude Code to do something that requires searching across many files, the main conversation context can balloon quite rapidly. So every file that Claude reads, every search result it processes, all of that data gets added into the context window, and it costs tokens on every one of those messages. So Claude Code has a feature called agents, where it can spawn a separate agent to handle a specific subtasks in its own sort of isolated context. And all of that detailed file reading stays out of your main conversation. So this is super useful for tasks like code-based exploration, running any tests, or doing broad searches. Instead of getting your main overarching agent to look at absolutely everything, a part of it to change very small things, getting a sub-agent which is designed around changing this one folder, this one file, it's obviously going to use a lot less context to do that. It's going to be much more efficient and it's going to cost less. Number 8, choose the right model for the task. So Claude Code gives you the option to switch between different models. Not every task obviously requires the most capable and most expensive model. If you're asking Claude to rename a variable or some text on a page across a few different files, writing a simple function or fixing a typo, you don't need the largest Opus model for that. Switching to something like Sonnet for simpler tasks can reduce your per token cost significantly whilst still getting the job done. You can toggle between models using the /model command. The approach that I've found that works best for me is just to use the most capable model for the complex decisions, difficult debugging any issues we have, and anything that kind of requires deep reasoning. But for any straightforward tasks, we drop down to one of the lighter models. And I would say that this change was one of the biggest changes to cut our bill substantially, because the majority of the day-to-day tasks and queries just don't require the Opus model. Number 9, use plan mode before execution. So one of the biggest token sinks in Claude Code is when it starts writing code, gets it wrong, then rewrites it, then adjusts it again based on your feedback. Each of those iterations costs tokens. So to avoid this, we can use plan mode. So before Claude starts writing any code, you can ask it to create a plan first. It will then outline what files it intends to modify, what approach it's going to take, and what the expected outcome will look like. So then you can review that plan, give it any feedback if needed, and then it goes and executes that. So this catches any misunderstandings before they turn into a bunch of wasted token use. Without plan mode, you might go through 3 or 4 rounds of, that's not what I meant, or you need to fix this, do it differently before Claude gets it right. And every one of those rounds is obviously burning tokens. But with plan mode, you align on the approach upfront and Claude gets it right on the first try far more often. So I would say for any tasks that involve modifying more than a couple of files, I would probably try to do a plan first. Number 10, our final tip. So use hooks to automate repetitive checks. So the last hack is about reducing the back and forth that happens when Claude makes a change and you need to verify that. So if you're manually asking Claude to run an error checker, then run some tests for you, then check the build after every code change, each of those requests is costing tokens. But Claude Code supports hooks, which are automated commands that run in response to specific events. For example, you can set up a hook that automatically runs your error checker after every file edit. If the error checker finds issues, Claude gets the feedback immediately and can fix that without you having to ask it to. You can set up hooks to do really anything. So this really just eliminates entire rounds of conversation where you would have said, run the tests, and Claude would have responded with those results and so on. So those saved messages might seem small individually in a conversation, but across a full day of development or just into Claude Code, the token savings from cutting out the repetitive back and forth are pretty significant, and it does rack up quite a lot. So hooks essentially automate the quality checks that you'd otherwise be spending tokens to request manually. So those are the 10 changes that you can make today, right now, that will directly reduce how much you're spending on Claude Code without really giving up any of the capability. If you do want to take your Claude Code usage even further, I made a video covering how to build complete AI workflows with Claude Code that automates entire development processes end to end. So click the video on the screen right now. I'll give you a few more seconds to click on it whilst it's still there, but I'll just keep pointing at it so you can click on it. It's a great video. Definitely recommend watching.